somewhere along the way. But Michael Lee, now then, with the Union Jacks beginning to fly high, looking well set. There's Lee. He now has a total of 11 points, and providing he makes no big hash of his last ride, he looks well set to become the new World Speedway Champion, and he's only 22. The track, one sensors beginning to just get a little bit of extra top surface as the meeting unfolds, a little bit more dirt there. Michael Lee, this surely is going to be the biggest race of his young career so far. What a meteoric career it's been. Came from nowhere when he was 16. Third in the world final last year. A win here will bring him the sport's supreme prize. His opponents know that they really have got a hold of Tiger here in Heat 18. There's Zenon Plek from Poland now. He was second last year, and Michael Lee was third. What a difference a year has made, because poor old Zen's only got 1 point. Been really troubled by engine problems all evening. The crowd, a large British contingent, 10,000 or more. Are they going to rise to this boy here? Michael Lee. Everything really is in his favour. It's a comparatively easy last ride. The crowd really sense this could be the one to sort it all out. He's on the inside grid here, Mike Lee. He's got John Davis next to him, Chris Morton. He's got two English teammates really to look after him if he needs any looking after. We've got Zenon Plek on the outside, who's done nothing all night on a sick motor. So really, a tremendous chance for Michael Lee. Surely he'll wrap it up here. There's the lineup. The inside grid consistently has been the fastest, although one or two of the gating specialists have leapt out of grid 4. Lee will take his time settling down. Surely anything barring a disaster in these next 4 laps will make him the new World Speedway Champion. Only 3 previous winners from England. Is Michael Lee going to bring the crown back to England for the 4th time since the World Speedway Championship started in 1936? Here's Heat 18 and Lee on the inside. And it is Frank Davis who gets away. Lee only wants second place, of course, here. He's 2 points clear of the field. John Davis leads it. Lee is in second place. In third place, it is Chris Morton and Zenon Plek at the back. Then John Davis from Reading and England. Up front, Michael Lee only needs to hold on to second place. That was a nervous-looking corner there at the bottom end, but this will do if they stay this way. He's sandwiched between 2 England colleagues, Davis in front and Morton in third place. And it looks like they're settling down to that. Michael Lee will wish to do nothing foolhardy here. A second place will be enough. He's right on John Davis's back wheel as they move into lap number 3. Davis moving out as Lee tries to come through on the inside, but pulling away again down the back straight. Davis has already thwarted the hopes of Peter Collins in an earlier ride. But this is just 1 lap to the world crown for Michael Lee. He's only going to sit back here in second place. Davis obligingly again moves out and then comes back across him. But now Lee goes forward there. And here we have, ladies and gentlemen, the new World Speedway Champion over the line. And just listen to the crowd. Michael Lee at 22 years of age. Michael Andrew Lee, of course, his father, well-known scrambler, Andy Lee, and they'll be out there now. The Bob from Kingsley and Andy Lee will be there. His mechanics, all his England teammates. The traditional greeting for a new World Speedway Champion. Glory be, England have done it. We've been in the wilderness a little bit of time. Michael Lee has changed all that, and at 22, who's to say he isn't going to go on and win a few more world crowns? Chris Morton in there, you can see, to congratulate him, absolutely mobbed. It looks like a boxing ring. Here's Peter Collins, there's Ollie Olsen there, a former world champion, 2 former champions. And Michael Lee joins them on Speedway's list of honour. He's written himself into Speedway history and folklore tonight. Michael Lee, new World Speedway champion from England and Kings Lynn. And there we can see him just going past John Davis on the last lap. Davis moves out, Lee is through the gap. Didn't really need to finish milking, racing right to the last. Down the back straight. And yes, he's got the extra power, moves through. mind you, I think John Davis is all that concerned about it, because he knows that he's had to give best to the rider who is to be the new World Speedway champion. Michael Lee over the line, his arm goes up in salute, and England have the champ.
Yes, Michael Lee, champion of the world. Runner-up was another Englishman, Dave Jessup, who finished with the same number of points as Australian Billy Sanders, but in the run-off to decide second place, Jessup was a very easy winner. Dave Jessup, the 27-year-old King's Lynn rider and the British and Commonwealth title holder, was the favourite. Michael Lee, his teammate, who was third last year, was also very strongly fancied. Peter Collins, of course, won the title in '76, and he was runner-up in 1977. Chris Morton, the Intercontinental champion, was making his second World Championship appearance, and John Davis, the Reading star, was the outsider of the five. Now, in Heat 1, Davis finished second behind the highly rated American Bruce Penhall. In Heat 2, Chris Morton was also a runner-up. He was beaten by Sweden's own Jan Andersson. And so to Heat 3, in which England's other three challengers were all in the lineup. Picking up the story at this point, commentator Dave Lanning.
Dave Jessup, co-favourite with Bruce Penhall for this title. He'll be in red here in Heat 3, preparing himself, the British and Commonwealth champion. Suffered an engine failure in the Intercontinental final, just did enough to qualify. The current British match race champion, golden helmet holder, in his fourth world final. So unlucky, we remember, in 1978 in the Golden Jubilee final at Wembley, with an engine failure first time out, cost him his chance of that crown that year. Peter Collins in the blue helmet colour in Heat 3. He is, in fact, the only rider in the field who previously has won the World Championship. This is the odd man out there. We saw just going through the picture with Kai Niemi, and there's Michael Lee. Heat 3, and if England are to have the 1980 World Champion, popular feeling is it could be decided here in Heat 3, because we have the three leading Englishmen, Dave Jessup, Peter Collins and Michael Lee, in Heat 3, and in just to spice the brew, we have Kai Niemi on the outside from Finland and the Eastbourne Eagles. It'll be Jessup on the inside, normally so quick away. He's in his fourth world final. Peter Collins is in grid number 2 in blue, and although he's only 26, the most experienced finalist in the field, this is his 7th world final. Grid number 3 has the rider in white, Michael Lee, tall, gawky and gritty from King's Lynn, an East Anglian lad. He's in his 4th world final. He was 3rd last year and indeed 4th back here in 1977. And on the outside in yellow and black, the striped helmet colour, it's Kai Niemi from Finland in his 1st world final. So a very nervy moment for the English camp. Jessup, Collins and Lee all perfectly capable of winning it, but now they're all England teammates who all want to knock spots off each other here. The inside grids have been quickest on the first 2 heats, and Jessup has that lucky grid on the inside here in Heat 3. And it's a very, very tight start, and Jessup again made a picture start. Collins is going after him. Lee is in 3rd place, but Jessup taking advantage of that inside grid really seems to be worth about 5 or 6 yards up to the first corner. He leads it. 2nd place, Peter Collins. 3rd place, Michael Lee. Well, Collins, of course, is well known as a fighter from the back, but the conditions out there just don't suit the outside runners. He likes to go around the outside, although he can move inside or outside, and Collins just picks a bit of grip up there, going past the pits on the 2nd lap. Still, Jessup in front, looking calm and composed and in complete command, as now Collins really butters up onto his back wheel here under our commentary position. Lap 3. Michael Lee is making no impression at all, although he was terribly impressive in practice. It's still pretty tight out there. Collins, now will he try the outside run? There doesn't seem to be any dirt on the outside at all. And now Michael Lee has moved up onto Peter Collins' back wheel, and really nobody can afford to make one slip out there. Jessup looks as though he's bordering on rails. Collins in 2nd place. Michael Lee moving up hard now. He'll drive under him here on the bottom corner, and Lee has gone under Peter Collins, and that was bold. And they're all tightening up, and Jessup's going to win it. And Lee is 2nd, and Collins is 3rd. And my word, that one might Jessup sorted out very early on. Well, there's Dave Jessup. He made the all-important start and really never looked in any kind of trouble. Remarkable composure from this young man from Kent. Dave Jessup from England and King's Lynn made the all-important start. The action was all behind him. It was Michael Lee